baseball. I am RC Robbin. Hopefully you can hear me because this headset has been giving me trouble, but fingers crossed. So this is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. It's a created franchise that's been inserted into the National League West in the place of the San Diego Padres. It is the middle of May. As you can see from the league standings in the NL West, the Avengers are one game behind the LA Dodgers for first place. They're 28-16. If you like baseball or video games in general, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. So let's jump into the schedule and see where we are. So it's a 4-game set at Chicago, at home against the Chicago Cubs. The Avengers won the first game 7-2. Jump into this next game. Bradley Cooper is the starting pitcher. Let's do this. Versus Corey Kluber. All preceding games will be simulated. Do you want to continue? Okay. Play full game. We are the home team. The home field is Crosley Field. Broadcast. Bradley Cooper, Rocket Raccoon, is the starting pitcher. Everybody looks pretty decent. Let's do this. Let's take Robert Downey Jr. out. Right field, let's put Vin Diesel. So let's fix this lineup. Mark Ruffalo, Dave Bautista, Idris Elba, Vin Diesel. Okay. Here we go. Game and a half back in the division. Okay, so I hit, I field, I pitch. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And difficulty setting is set to All-Star. This is game number 45 in my attempt to play 162 games. No skipped innings, no simulated games. Let's rock and roll. Let's hopefully get to the playoffs. Welcome to Crosley Field, the home ballpark for the Hollywood Avengers, as the Chicago Cubs visit for the second game of this 4-game set here in mid-May. On the mound for the Avengers is Rocket Raccoon, played by Bradley Cooper. This is his 9th start of the season. His record is 2-4 with a 5.36 earned run average. And leading off for the Cubs is Robin Yount. 278, 9 homers, 25 runs batted in. Here comes the first pitch of the ball game. Outside corner with the strike. Avengers are 12 games. Check that. They are, 12 games over 500. Good for second place in the National League West. Here comes the pitch from Rocket Raccoon. Late on the fastball, fouls it off, out of play. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. On Yount. Yount is a Hall of Fame player. Used to play for the Milwaukee Brewers. Center fielder, then a shortstop. 3,000 hit club. Line drive past the third baseman into left field. It is a base hit, leadoff single for Robin Yount. And the Chicago Cubs have a leadoff runner on in this ball game. Here's the replay. Next up is Craig Biggio, the second baseman, another Hall of Fame player. He played for the Houston Astros. Late on the fastball, strike 1. He's hitting .259, 7 homers, 22 runs batted in on the season. Fouls off the cut fastball. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Biggio. Runner leads off first. Grounds it up the third base line. It is a foul ball. Shallow fly ball to right field. Racing over is Vin Diesel. He makes the catch for out number 1. I am Groot. Starting lineup for the Cubs. Robin Yount at short. Craig Biggio at second. Frank Thomas, big hurt at first base. George Foster is the left fielder. Andrew Jones is in center. Austin Meadows in right. Robbie Cano is the DH. Brian Anderson's at third. And batting ninth is Wilson Contreras, playing catcher. Big hurt Frank Thomas, 283, 8 homers, 25 runs batted in. 1 away here in the first. Line drive caught by Spider-Man at second for the second out. Nice play by Tom Holland. So next up is George Foster, 279, 17 homers, 37 runs batted in. Comes the pitch from Rocket at the knees, strike one. George played for the Cincinnati Reds in the 1970s. Deep fly ball to center, back goes Don Cheadle to the track, the wall, looking up, off the wall. Rounding third and heading home is the fielder. Yes, it is a RBI double by George Foster. And the Chicago Cubs take an early 1-0 lead on Foster's 6th double of the season. Welcome, Outlander. Always a pleasure to see your name in the stream. Thank you for joining me. You came in at a bad time, but I'm glad you're here nonetheless. Next up is the center fielder Andrew Jones, 325, 12 homers, 33 runs batted in. 1 out, check that, 2 outs, runner in scoring position at second. Misses with the forkball outside. So this is a 4-game set between these two ball clubs. First game, the Avengers won 7-2. Pulls it foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Jones. Andrew Jones played for the Atlanta Braves in the 1990s. Not a Hall of Famer, but an All-Star. Line, foul. Count is 1-2. Again, grounds it, almost hits the third base coach. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Andrew Jones. Fouls it behind home plate. Count stays right where it is, and we will do it again. 1-0 lead here in the top of the first for the Cubs. Swing and a miss, struck him out swinging, and the side is retired. But they do get a run on the RBI double by George Foster after a half an inning of play here at Crosley. It's the Cubs 1, the Avengers coming to bat. So, on the mound for the Cubs is Corey Kluber, making his 10th start of the season. His record is 5-2, 3.63 earned run average. And leading off for the Avengers, Spider-Man, hitting .369, 7 homers, 32 runs batted in. Tom Holland leads off the game for the Avengers. Out in front of the cut fastball, strike one. Cubs are 1 game under 500, good for 3rd place in the National League Central. That's Robin Yount at shortstop. And I believe that is Andrew Jones in center field. Inside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hard ground ball to the second baseman. Biggio throws to first in time, 1 away. The lineup for the Avengers: Tom Holland's at second, Don Cheadle is in center, Chris Evans is the catcher, Chadwick Boseman is at third, Mark Ruffalo is your designated hitter. Dave Bautista is playing first base today, Idris Elba's in left, Vin Deisel is in right, and batting ninth is Anthony Mackie playing shortstop. Next up, John Cheadle, center fielder, War Machine, hitting .331. And he hits a deep drive to right to the track on the warning track. He makes the catch for out number 2. Gave it a ride, but not quite far enough. Fewest home runs entering play. Teams in the National League. Unfortunately, the Avengers, even though they have a good record, they're 28-16. They are at the bottom of the league in home runs entering play. I think that might be a product of the ballpark they play in. Next up is Chris Evans. Chris has been cold in his last 7 games. Overall, he's hitting .310, 4 homers, 18 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch from Kluber. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Hard grounder to Robin Yount. Easy play. Scooped out of the dirt by the Big Hurt, and the side is retired. So, after 1 inning of play here at Crosley Field, it's the Chicago Cubs 1, the Hollywood Avengers 0. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps Austin Meadows, hitting 296 homers, 24 runs batted in. Bradley Cooper sets and delivers. Inside corner with the fastball, strike one. High strike, but called strike by the home plate umpire. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Meadows. That's strikeout number 2 for Bradley Cooper. So next up is today's DH, Robinson Cano, hitting 293, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. 1 away here in the top of the second. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is a base hit, a 1-out single for Robbie Cano. And the Chicago Cubs have a base runner. Early game today. Welcome, Wicked Quixotic. Thank you for joining the stream. As always, it is a pleasure to see your name. Hard ground ball up the middle and through. Try to get this early game in so that maybe I'll have a chance later on today to play some Days Gone, which is a survival horror game. See what happens. Up next is Brian Anderson hitting 258. Checks his swing. He did not go according to the first base umpire. Count is 1 ball and no strikes on Anderson. Grounder up the third baseline. It is a foul ball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Pulls the 2-seam fastball down the left field line, out of play. Count is 1 and 2. Misses low with the changeup. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner leads off first. 1-0 lead for Chicago. And he chases the high fastball, fouls it off. So the Avengers are 28-16 on the season. It's the middle of May. Oh, caught him looking outside corner. Anderson does not agree with the call, but that is Cooper's 3rd strikeout of the game. Here's the replay. Too close to take with 2 strikes. Even though they're 28-16, they are at the moment 1 game out of first place behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. And that's a hard line drive to center field. Racing in to make the shoestring catch is Don Cheadle, War Machine, to retire the side after an inning and a half. Nice play from Don Cheadle. It's a 1-0 lead for Chicago. So we go to the bottom of the second. The late, great Chadwick Boseman steps up to the plate. He's a third baseman, hitting 357, 6 homers, 21 runs batted in. And here's the pitch from Kluber. Rolls over on the cut fastball for strike 1. And that's a deep drive. It is off the wall. Rounding first and heading to second is T'Challa. He will make it there. Wakanda Forever to lead off double for Chadwick Boseman, his 10th of the season. Let's look at the replay. Boom. Really high scoreboard here in Crosley Field in left center field. Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk, steps up to the plate. Pitches high, ball 1, hitting 329. He has 9 home runs and 32 runs batted in. Runner leads off second and nobody out. Hard ground ball to the second baseman, throws to first in time, 1 away. The runner moves over to third with less than 2 outs. Defensive alignment for the Cubs in the outfield from left to right. Foster, Jones, and Meadows. And in the infield you have Brian Anderson, Robin Yount, Craig Biggio, the Big Hurt Frank Thomas, and Wilson Contreras behind home plate. So next up you have Dave Bautista playing first base today, hitting 299. Pulls it to the third baseman, spins, fires, got him. And it's an RBI ground out for Dave Bautista, Drax the Destroyer, as the score is now tied at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the second inning. He got the job done. So next up is Idris Elba, the left fielder, 277, 2 homers, 20 RBIs. He plays Heimdall in the Marvel Universe. And he pops him up. First base side in fair territory. Frank Thomas makes the catch to retire the side, but thanks to an RBI groundout, they tie the ball game at the end of 2 innings of play. This ball game is tied at 1. Avengers baseball. I am RC Robbin. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So, top of the third, Robin Yount had a hit in his first at-bat. Steps in for his second plate appearance. Misses outside ball 197 on the radar gun. Deep drive to left center field. Racing over is Don Cheadle. He will make the catch for out number 1.
The batter, number 7.
Next up's Craig Biggio. He's 1 for 5 so far in the series. Fly out today. 0 for 1. Oh, that's a deep drive. It's got a chance. Back goes Cheadle looking up. It's off the top of the wall. Rounding first and heading to second. The throw is wild. He's going to third, and he'll make it on the wild throw. So that's a 1 out. It's either a double and an error or a 1 out triple for Craig Biggio. And now they have a runner at third base and less than 2 outs for the big hurt Frank Thomas. Frank is 0 for 1. He lined out in the first. Here comes the pitch from Rocket. And he pulls the fastball foul for strike number 1. Frank Thomas played for the Chicago White Sox in his major league career. Grounder to second. He will score. It's an RBI groundout for Frank Thomas, the big hurt. And Chicago now takes a 2-1 lead here in the top of the third inning. George Foster, RBI double today. RBI number 38 on the season. 2 away, bases empty. Pitch is low, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
So George wasn't a Hall of Famer, but he did hit 50-plus homers one season with the Cincinnati Reds, if I'm not mistaken. Checks his swing, cut fastball in there, strike 1. Late on the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Out in front of the changeup, struck him out swinging, and the side is retired. But they do get another run on the RBI groundout. And after 2.5, it's Chicago 2, the Avengers 1. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Vin Deisel. 294, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. What's his batting average? I am Groot. That's all he ever says. Leading off here in the bottom of the third. In there, strike 1. I am Groot. Checks his swing, cut fastball is high, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. From the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Swing and a miss out in front of the fastball. 1-2. And it is a blooper, but it will hang up there for the right fielder to make the catch, 1 away. So, standings in the National League Central. Milwaukee is leading the Central with a 31-15 record. And Chicago's in 3rd place, 1 game under 500, 8.5 back. So next up is Anthony Mackie hitting .301, 3 homers, 23 runs batted, and he plays Sam Wilson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yet for those that have not seen Disney Plus, I will keep my mouth shut. I'll just call him Sam Wilson. Pitches outside for ball 1. Grounder to the shortstop from the hole. In time, easy play, 2 away. So the lineup will turn over. Spider-Man steps up, grounded out in the first. 2 away, bases empty. Bottom of the third, 2-1 lead for Chicago. And he wraps it foul for strike 1. This is game number 45 of a hopefully 162 game full schedule. No skipped innings, no simulated games. Sinking fastballs on the outside corner, count is 0-2. Curveball outside, 1-2. As I said earlier, I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. I play on all-star difficulty level, which is somewhere in the middle.
Nope.
Outside, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, bases empty. Chicago leads 2-1. Here comes the pitch to Holland. Misses, count goes full, 3-2. On deck is War Machine, Don Cheadle. Here comes the payoff pitch from Kluber. And that is a bloop base hit to right. A 2-out single for Tom Holland, and the inning will continue for the Avengers. Batting leaders in the National League, team-wise, the Avengers lead the National League with a .315 average. They have a big lead over the second place New York Mets. So, Don Cheadle, War Machine, flew out in his first at-bat, up there with 2 outs, runner at first. Pitch out, but Spidey is not stealing. Quick throw to first. Welcome to the stream. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. And that's a line drive, base hit to center field. And with 2 outs, there are 2 runners on, and the Avengers are threatening. Tying runners at second base. Here's the replay. Cut the check. Next up is Chris Evans. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Kluber. He plays Steve Rogers in the Marvel Universe. Pitch is low for ball 1. Evans is hitting .308 on the season. Runners lead off first and second. And it is a slow roller to Biggio. Throws to first, and the side is retired. So, after 2 innings of baseball, check that, 3 innings of baseball, Chicago has a 2-1 lead. Okay, so, before Andrew Jones steps up to the plate, I like to do this once a game. Options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty is all-star. And the pitching difficulty is all-star. Just for accountability's sake, I like to show it just once a game. Not that it really matters. Shallow fly ball to center field. There is War Machine. Cheadle makes the catch for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 away. I mean, I can do what I want. It's my stream. Makes me happy. But I would hate to think that I go on a losing streak and people would think I switch it down to rookie in order to get back on a winning streak. If you show it once a game and you record the whole game and come back from a big deficit, it's because, you know. Anyway, right fielder Austin Meadows steps up with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Bradley deals. Line drive, base hit. 3 infielders were shifted over to the right side to pull. So the only fielder left on the left side of the infield was Chadwick Boseman playing shortstop by himself. So runner at first with 1 out, up steps Robbie Cano, who singled in the 2nd inning. Comes the pitch from Rocket. At the knees, strike 1. Robbie Cano was 0 for 4 yesterday. He's going. That's a deep drive for Robbie Cano. Back goes Deisel to the track, the wall, looking up. It's gone. That's a 2-run home run for Robbie Cano, home run number 4 on the season. And just like that, The Chicago Cubs now have a 4-1 advantage here in the fourth inning. Oof. Rocket Raccoon's record for the season is 2-4, and he looks like he's on his way to getting his fifth loss if things stay the way they are right now. Oof. So next up, Brian Anderson struck out in the second inning. 4-1 lead, top of the fourth. Deep drive to center, but playable for Cheadle. And there are 2 outs. The catcher, Wilson Contreras, steps up to the plate with 2 away. Base is empty. He's 0 for 1. Grounder up the first base line. It is a foul ball. Wilson had 2 doubles in yesterday's contest. Slow roller to Mackie at short. Throws to first. Scooped out of the dirt by Bautista. Nice play at first base to retire the side. But Robbie Cano hits a 2-run home run. And after 3.5 innings of play here at Crosley Field, it's the Cubs 4, the Avengers 1. Leading off, Chadwick Boseman, who hit a double, scored a run in his first at-bat. Chadwick, unfortunately, passed away in 2020. Sad. Line drive, base hit to center field. Died of colon cancer at the young age of 43 years old. In this game, he lives forever. Team hits. The hits leaders on the Avengers, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, is number 1 on the list with 63 hits. Boseman is trying to creep up the list. He's in second place behind Holland. Next up is the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Runner at first, nobody out. Quick throw to first. Keep him close. It's a 3-run lead for Chicago. Ruffalo is 0 for 1. Pitches inside, ball 1. Checks his swing, the sinker is low. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Ruffalo leads the ball club with 9 home runs. And he bounces it to the second baseman, over to second for 1, drops the ball, but according to the umpire, it is an out at second. Fielder's choice, out at second. So runner will be at first with 1 away. Next up is Dave Bautista, RBI ground out. He's 0 for 1. Fouls the cut fastball upstairs behind home plate for strike number 1. Ruffalo leads off first. Breaks his bat. Caught on a line by Frank Thomas at first. There are 2 away. Shattered it. Shards of the barrel coming in the direction of Frank Thomas, but he caught it. So Idris Elba popped out in the second. He's 0 for 1. 2 away. Runner at first.
Ball 1.
Sinker low. Ball 1. Outside corner, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Elba. Elba plays Hemedal in the Thor franchise. Grounder towards the hole. It is through. It is a base hit to left. There'll be runners at first and second, again with 2 outs. Same situation in the previous half inning. Let's see if they can come through with a base hit with 2 outs. This will play to run. Here's the replay. Ground ball right through to the left side between the third baseman and shortstop. So 2 on, 2 away, up steps Vin Diesel. I am Groot. And that's a deep drive headed for the seats for a foul ball. Count is 0-1. Flew out in the third. This is Vin Diesel's second plate appearance. Cut fastball inside corner. Count is 0-2 on Deisel. Runners lead off first and second. 4-1 lead for Chicago.
Ball 1.
Low, ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Inside and low. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 4th. 4-1 lead for Chicago. Here comes Kluber's pitch. And he jams him. Slow bouncer to the second baseman. Flips the second for the force. And the side is retired. They strand 2 more runners. And after 4 innings of baseball, it's Chicago leads by 3. It's 4-1. All right, let's get this show on the road. Top of the 5th. Robin Yount, the leadoff hitter, is 1 for 2 today. Steps up for his 3rd plate appearance. Single, run scored. Cooper's still out there pitching in the top of the 5th. In there, strike 1. Oomph. Yeah, I know. Swung at a bad pitch. Line drive. Oh, caught by Bautista. Racing to the bag, takes it himself. Nice play by Drax, the Destroyer, playing first base, giving Robert Downey Jr. a day off at first. Gives up the body. Cooper wasn't covering first, so it's a good thing he had the wherewithal to get up and take it himself. So 1 out. Up steps Craig Biggio, who doubled in 2 at-bats. Strike 1, 97 on the radar gun. Grounder, second base side, past the diving attempt by Spider-Man into right field. It is a 1-out single for Biggio, and Biggio's got 2 hits today. Maybe he has 3 hits. Whatever. Not sure. Anyway, runner at first, 1 away. The big hurt, Frank Thomas. RBI ground out. He's 0 for 2 officially. Outside corner, strike 1. Second, short, third. Well, pulls him off the bag. It is a fielder's choice. So they record the, it should have been a 4-6-3 double play. They record the out at second. The throw was wide to first. They're not crediting him with an error, although they probably should. So runner at first and 2 away, and he has to pitch now to George Foster. Hopefully he doesn't have to pay the consequences as a result. So George is 1 for 2. Deep drive, racing over towards the gap. He's not going to get there. It bounces into the wall. It's a ground rule double. Foster's 7th of the season. And luckily, it bounces into the seats because otherwise the ball would have rattled around and the runner would have come around to score from first. But because of the fact that it bounced into the seats for a ground rule double, it's now 2nd and 3rd. And 2 away. We're going to the manager's office and the bullpen. We're going to get Scarlett Johansson. Let's warm up Scarlett. Warm up Scarlett. And Josh Brolin. And we're going to send the pitching coach to the mound to talk to Bradley Cooper to calm him down. Andrew Jones is 0 for 2. He struck out. He flied out. Just get this out. Keep us in the game. It's a big moment. 2 runners in scoring position. A single could make this a 5-run lead. In there, strike 1. Misses outside with the changeup. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 70 WAR. WAR means wins above replacement. It's a new analytical stat. It's hard to explain. The higher the number, the better, and it's cumulative, meaning every season you get a number, and then it adds to that number, so that's why his number for his career means 70. The higher the number, the better. Inside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Top of the 5th, 3-run lead already for Chicago. It's a big moment in the game. Grounder to 3rd. Easy play for Bozeman. T'Challa throws him out, and the side is retired. So, they strand 2 runners in scoring position. At the end of 4.5, it's Chicago 4 and the Avengers 1. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps Anthony Mackie. Sam Wilson, 0 for 1. Grounded out in the 3rd. He leads off. against Kluber. And he yanks it foul for strike one.
Outside.
Sinker outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Mackie. Curveball found the corner, count is 1 and 2. Wide strike zone. Got to protect the plate now. And he chases a sinking fastball to strike out swinging. There's 1 away. That's Kluber's first strikeout. Comes here in the bottom of the 5th. So the Avengers have been making contact, but they only have 1 run to show for it on the scoreboard. So next up is the leadoff hitter, Tom Holland. 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd. Deep drive to right center field. Back goes the center fielder on the warning track, makes the catch for out number 2. Just missed a solo homer. So there's 2 outs and the bases are empty here in the bottom of the 5th.
Number 10.
Just missed it. Next up is War Machine, Don Cheadle. 1 for 2 with a single. Corey is cruising. Corey Kluber. Slow bouncer up the middle, fielded by Robin Yount. Throws to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and at the end of 5, it's still a 3-run lead for the Cubs. Damn it. All right. Top of the 6th. Austin Meadows singled. He scored a run. He's 1 for 2. Cooper's out there, but he's on a super short leash this inning. Inside corner, strike 1. Austin Meadows is 7 for his last 17. It's over 400 average. Low, ball 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Grounder to his bottom, backhanded. Nice play by Bautista at first. Takes it himself for a first out. So next up is Robbie Cano. He's 2 for 2, and his last at-bat in the 4th inning, he deposited this ball into the right center field bleachers to give the Cubs 2 extra runs. So here comes the pitch. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Misses inside, ball 1. Changeup floats in there for strike 1. Count is 1-1 on Cano. Oh, that's another one. Looking up, it's gone. That's 2nd home run of the game for Robbie Cano. A solo shot, number 5. And the score is 5-1 Chicago. Ugh. Here's the replay. Just pulled it down the right field line, just crushed it. There's a lot of real estate down in that right field corner. It's 366 to the right field corner. So that'll be all. Manager is going to the bullpen. He's calling for Scarlet Witch, not Scarlet Witch. I can't believe I made that mistake. Black Widow. He's calling for Black Widow. Put her in the game. Coach, she's ready to play today. In relief comes Scarlett Johansson. She's come up recently from the minor leagues. She's only pitched in 1 game. She was long relief, 3 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4.91 earned run average. So here she is to try to hold it at 4, a 4-run deficit. See if she can do her job. A little late on the fastball, strike 1. She throws 4 pitches, doesn't throw very hard, but a lot of movement. She also throws a knuckleball. Swing and a miss at the slider, strike 2. Brian Anderson has a 7-game hitting streak. And it's a line drive. Vin Diesel makes the catch for out number 2. Nice play by Vin Diesel in right.
Now batting.
Next up is the catcher, Wilson Contreras. He's 0 for 2. So it's a 5-1 lead for Chicago here in the top of the 6th. 2 outs, bases empty. Comes the pitch from Johansson. At the knees, strike one.
0-1.
Misses inside with the two-seamer. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. So that's what Scarlett Johansson looks like when she's not wearing any makeup on the red carpet. I guess. Best I can do, folks. Fouls it off. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'm limited by what MLB The Show can give me. So that's the best I can do. I think she looks female, and that's what matters. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Base is empty. Pulls it foul up the third base line, and we will do it again. It's a 5-1 lead for Chicago here in this second game of a 4-game set between these 2 ball clubs. Deep drive. It's going to be off that high scoreboard. Oh, it's over his head. Oh, no. Oh, no. Big mistakes out in the outfield, but luckily they don't take advantage of it. He stops at second base. It is a 2-out double, number 8 on the season for Wilson Contreras, and he now has a pretty respectable 10-game hitting streak. The cheekbones help a lot. Well, listen, I think if I was a better artist with these digital tools, maybe I could tweak it even better, but that's the best I can do. That took me like 45 minutes just to make Scarlett look female. So the leadoff man is up again for his 4th plate appearance. Robin Yount is 1 for 3 with a single, runner in scoring position. It's a big moment. Outside corner with the fastball, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Chases the knuckleball. Down 0-2 quickly. Robin Yount's hitting .308 with runners in scoring position. Tries to get him to chase the slider outside. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's a fly ball to left. There is Idris Elba to make the catch and retire the side. But Robbie Cano adds an insurance run on this, a solo home run. And after 5.5 innings of play, it's the Cubs 5, the Avengers 1. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Chris Evans, switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Corey Kluber. It's 0 for 2. They need some runs. Bottom line, got to get through. Inside with the fastball, ball 1. Cut fastball misses. Count as 2 balls and no strikes on Steve Rogers. And it is a lazy grounder to Robin Yount at short. Throws to first in time. 1 away. Corey Kluber just has their number today. Next up is Chadwick Boseman, who has had a single and a double. He's 2 for 2. 5 for 6 in the series so far. Chadwick's been hot. Misses inside, ball 1. So he's 9 for his last 12 at the plate. And he may be 10 for his next 13. That ball is off the wall. He's rounding first. He's heading to second. He will stay at second. So it's a 1-out double for Black Panther. Boom. Might have been a home run in another ballpark, but as you can see, there is a high wall there in left center field in Crosley. Boom. Next up is Mark Ruffalo, 0 for 2 today. He's hitting .325. A little late on the fastball up the first base line, foul. Count is 0-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that ball is high, it is far, but unfortunately it is also foul. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on the Hulk. Inside with the sinker, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner leads off second, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And it jams him upstairs behind home plate. Count remains 1-2. Welcome to the stream. This is Avengers baseball. Slow roller up the third base line. It is a foul ball. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for joining. It's unfortunately a 5-1 deficit for the Avengers here in this game. And that might be a bloop base hit. Out goes Robin Yount. He makes the running catch in short center field for out number 2. So, jammed him inside. Next up is Drax the Destroyer. Dave Bautista from the Guardians of the Galaxy. He is 0 for 2. He has an RBI ground out today. Runner in scoring position with 2 away. And that is a hard line drive to center field. He rounds third and heads home. It's an RBI single for Drax. And the score is Chicago leading 5-2 now. Nice 2-out hit for Dave Bautista. Here's the replay. Bang. So next up is Idris Elba, who plays Heimdall in the Marvel Universe. 1 for 2 with a single. And again, this is another possible bloop. Yes, it is. It's a bloop base hit to center. So 2 runners on and 2 away. But now the tying run will come to the plate, and the pitching coach wants to go out and talk to Kluber before that happens. Have a quick conference call at the mound with the starter. So next up is Vin Diesel. 2 outs, 2 on. Breaking ball is outside, ball 1. He's 0 for 2. He flew out, he grounded out. He represents the tying run at the plate. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes on Deisel. He is 8 for his last 24. That's a .333 clip. So besides today, overall he's been doing well. Swing and a miss, the cut fastball. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. I am Groot. Come on, let's go. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Anthony Mackie is on deck. Here comes the hitter's pitch. 2 runners on. And he pulls the cut fastball foul. And the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The runners will be in motion. Here comes the payoff pitch from Kluber. And that's a ground ball base hit to the left side. He's rounding third, and he's heading home. He left it behind him. And the runner at third will also move to runner at second will move to third, as it is a single and an RBI for Vin Diesel. And the score is now 5-3 Chicago here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Come on, show us the replay. He didn't show us the replay. So runners at first and third, still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Tying runs at first base. Cut fastball is outside to Anthony Mackie, who plays Sam Wilson in the Marvel Universe. He's 0 for 2 today. And that ball is high. It is far. It is gonzo. It is a 3-run home run for Anthony Mackie, your new Captain America, according to Disney Plus and the Marvel Universe. It's his 4th home run of the season. And just like that, the Avengers now have a 1-run advantage here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, yeah. Let's watch the replay. Boom. Nice. And that'll be all for Corey Kluber, who gave it his all, but his all was not good enough. He can only lose. In relief comes Michael Feliz, making his 26th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-2 with a 3.29 earned run average. Up next is the leadoff man, Tom Holland, who's 1 for 3 with a single. It's a 6-5 lead for the Avengers. Fouls it off upstairs behind home plate for strike 1. So they put up a 4 spot here in the 6th. And again, he's late on the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Spider-Man. Did he check it?
Did he go?
Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Holland. swings and misses at the high fastball, and the side is retired. But not before Anthony Mackie hits a 3-run home run, and they score 4 in the inning. And at the end of 6 innings of play here at Crosley Field, it's the Avengers 6, the Cubs 5. So next up for the Chicago Cubs here in the top of the 7th is Craig Biggio. He's 2 for 3, single, a double, a run scored. Johansson's still out there, but the manager is going to warm up. Josh Brolin's warming up. I want Stan Lee to warm up. This is the last inning she'll pitch. If she gets into trouble, she's coming out. Ground ball to the first baseman. Bautista takes it to the bag himself. 1 pitch, 1 away.
The first baseman, number 35.
Next up is the big hurt Frank Thomas, 0 for 3 today. Slider outside, ball 1. Oh no! That was a flat knuckleball that just got crushed by the big hurt, and it's now a 6-6 ball game. This ball game is tied on the solo home run by Frank Thomas, his 9th of the season. Ooh. That hurt. Here's the replay. Just a knuckleball that didn't knuckle. Oh, God. So next up is George Foster, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and an RBI. Got to be careful with that knuckleball in the future. Misses with the fastball outside, ball 1. That ball just missed, I guess. Count as 2 balls and no strikes according to the home plate umpire, but looked like a strike to me. And yet that was called a strike at the knees. Count is 2-1. Hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike to George Foster. Andrew Jones is on deck. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. The fastball inside. Count is full, 3-2. And that's a deep drive that could go. And it does. It's back-to-back home runs for the Chicago Cubs. That's home run number 18 for Foster. And the Chicago Cubs now lead 7-6. Ah. Ouch. Ouch. That hurts. Manager, bullpen. Stanley's coming in. Excelsior. He's pitched in 11 games. He's 1-0. He has a save. His ERA is 0.66. He has 16 strikeouts and just under 14 innings pitched. It's a 7-6 lead for Chicago here in the top of the 7th. Jones is 0 for 3. Grounder to first. Long run for Bautista. Steps on the bag. There are 2 away. So 2 outs. Austin Meadows is 1 for 3 with a single. In there, strike 1. Yanks it foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Meadows. Strike 3 called inside corner, and the side is retired. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, the Chicago Cubs plate 2 runs on 2 back-to-back solo homers. And here at the stretch, it's Chicago 7, Hollywood Avengers 6. So, leading off in the bottom of the 7th is Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle is 1 for 3 with a single today. Michael Feliz is still out there for a second inning of work. Line drive, base hit to left on the first hit here in the bottom of the 7th. And the leadoff man is on for the Avengers. Here's the replay. Next up is Chris Evans. He's 0 for 3. Runner at first. Outside corner, strike 1. He's 1 for 7 for this series so far. 0 for 3 today. And he's going. It's in there for strike 1. Throw down a second is not in time. It is a stolen base for War Machine. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Steve Rogers. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Outside corner, strike 2. Tying run is at second base. Swings, misses, goes to the backstop. Running to first, he will make it there to strike him out. And then error on the either wild pitch or an error on the catcher gets to first base. Strikeout, wild pitch. He advances to first, so it's to be runners at first and second, and still nobody out for Chadwick Boseman, who is 3 for 3 today. His batting average is up to 370 on the season. He's looking for hit number 4. The tying and go-ahead runs are on base here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is high, ball 1. He's hitting .359 with runners in scoring position. Inside, backs him off the plate. Count is 2 balls and 1. Check that, 2 balls and no strikes. Inside, off the plate, 3-0 count. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. Don't swing on 3-0. I take a pitch always. And it's ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out for the Avengers.
Now back, number 84.
Next up is the Incredible Hulk. He's 0 for 3. The bases are jammed. 7-6 lead for Chicago. Here comes the pitch from Feliz. Swing and a miss. The first pitch, swing and miss. The fastball, strike 1. Inside, off the plate, count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Ruffalo. That ball is high. It is far. It is gonzo. It is a grand slam home run for the Incredible Hulk, Hulk Smash. And this ball game has now turned into a 3-run advantage for the Avengers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Oh yeah! Hulk Smash. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry. It's a 10-7 lead for the Avengers. What a great inning, yes. Woo. Boom, 453 feet projected. I stopped working to watch that one. Well, I'm glad to have been able to deliver, Wicked. Thank you for watching. So that'll be all. In comes Jimmy Cordero. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Cordero's pitched in 21 games. His record is 1-1 with a 3.09 earned run average. Next up is Dave Bautista. 2 left-handers warming in the Cubs bullpen. Dave has got 2 RBIs today. He's got an RBI single and an RBI ground out. He's 1 for 3. Bases empty. 10-7 lead for the Avengers. Outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. Late on the fastball, 97 on the radar gun. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Drax. Drax the Destroyer. High, 3-1 count. Hitters count On deck is Idris Elba. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 4. He walks the first man he faces. And again, there's a runner at first. Still nobody out here in the 7th inning for the Avengers. So next up is Idris, who's got 2 singles today and a run score. 2 for 3. Bautista leads off first. Sinker outside, ball 1. Checks the swing, low, count is 2 balls and no strikes. So he's proceeded to throw 6 straight balls out of the strike zone. Cordero has. 7. Count is 3 balls and no strikes. Will he have the green light? I put the controller down. I don't swing on 3-0. Let's see what happens. This time he finds the strike zone. Hitters count 3-1. Here comes the pitch. And it's a drive to right. Meadows makes the catch finally for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. So runner retreats back to first. Next up is Vin Deisel. He's an RBI single today. He is 1 for 3. Runner at first, 1 away. Oh, he's going to get... Oh, I think he got picked off. Bautista got picked off first, and there are 2 outs. Bases are empty. A base running mistake for Drax. He thought he was invisible at first. Anybody get that? Invisible at first? Yes, I'm cheesy. I can't help it. So, 2 outs. Base is empty. 10-7 lead for the Avengers. And he pops him up. Frank Thomas is there. He makes the catch to retire the side, but they score. How many times do they score? They score 5 times. No, 4 times. Check that. On the grand slam home run by Mark Ruffalo. At the end of 7, it's the Avengers 10, Chicago Cubs 7. So we go to the top of the 8th. Up steps Robinson Cano. Cano has 2 home runs today. This was the most recent one, a solo shot down the right field line in order to give them a tie ball game at 6-6. Stan Lee's out there. Stan is going to... Josh Brolin and Jeremy Renner are going to warm up, just in case. Here comes the pitch from Excelsior, Stan Lee. Breaking ball inside. Attendance is 22,202 here at Crosley. Pretty good crowd. The limit is about 25,000 at this ballpark. Misses outside, I guess, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Looked like a strike to me, but count is 2-0 to Cano. That's a deep drive. He made a bid for number 3. Back goes the center fielder. He makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1. For a moment there, it looked like Don Cheadle didn't have a bead on the ball. Like he maybe lost it in the lights or something, but in the end he got it, so 1 away. Next up is Brian Anderson, who is 0 for 3. Stan Lee sets and delivers. It is a slow roller up the third base line, foul ball, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the 2-seam fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And it is a lazy fly ball the other way. Deisel in right makes the catch for out number 2. He is Groot. Groot. So 2 outs. Wilson Contreras steps up. He's 1 for 3 with a double. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Misses inside, ball 1. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jams him. There is Spider-Man. Tom Holland makes the catch to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Stan Lee. Excelsior! And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 3-run lead for the Avengers.
Attention, please.
So next up is Ryan Butchter, I guess you pronounce it. His record is 2-3 with a 4.76 earned run average. Leading off is the switch hitter Anthony Mackie, who's 1 for 3, but his one was a 3-run home run in the 6th inning to give them, at that time, a 6-5 lead. And he swings at the first pitch and skies it the other way to right center field. Andrew Jones makes the catch, 1 away. Next up is Tom Holland. He's 1 for 4 with a single today. Left-handed Butchter sets and delivers. And he skies it, slicing out of play down the first base line for strike 1. And he skies it to right. There is Austin Meadows for out number 2. Next up is Don Cheadle. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the 8th. 10-7 lead for the Avengers. That's a line drive. Base hit up the middle. He's 3 for 5. Big turn at first, but he will hold. So the inning will continue for the Avengers. Next up is Chris Evans, switch hitter, now batting from the right side against the lefty pitcher. And he's running. In there, strike 1, throw down to second is not in time. It's a stolen base for Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. Check that. That might have been Don Cheadle. Anyway, runner in scoring position. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Evans, the captain, hitting .220 with runners in scoring position. He needs to improve that as the season progresses. 2 outs, runner at second. And he may just do that. Nope, it is hangs up there for George Foster in left to make the catch and retire the side. But we go to the 9th. Chicago, last licks. They need 3 runs to tie this game. Let's see what happens. In is Robin Yount. Stan Lee, interestingly enough, is still pitching. Hard ground ball, foul up the third base line, strike 1 to Yount. Inside corner with the 2-seam fastball, 2 quick strikes on Yount. Chases the sinker, fouls it off. Thank you for watching the stream. This is Shenanigans with RC Robbin. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Grounder to the right side. Fielded by Holland. Throws to first. 1 away. If you're not the biggest fan of baseball, I don't know why you'd be watching, but in any event, check out the other playlists on the YouTube channel. A lot of variety on those playlists. So next up is Craig Biggio. 1 out here in the 9th. Craig is 2 for 4 with a single, a double, a run scored. Stan Lee's still out there. Fouls off the screwball, strike 1. At the knees, count is 2 strikes on Biggio. 0-2. Throws a sinker outside, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Biggio. Swing and a miss, struck him out swinging, and there are 2 away, and the Chicago Cubs are down to their final out of the ball game. And now the manager pulls the trigger, goes to the bullpen, and brings in Jeremy Renner to finish off. Jeremy has had a very up and down season. He has 7 saves, but he's blown 2 saves and has an 0-2 record. And his ERA is just under 9, 8.68. He does have 17 strikeouts and just over 9 innings pitched, though. So, base is empty, 2 away. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Frank Thomas is 1 for 4. He does have a home run today. Deep drive to center. The track, the wall, looking up. It is caught by Don Cheadle to retire the side. Ball game over. Avengers win 10-7. So they win the first 2 games of this 4-game series at home against the Chicago Cubs. That's win number 29 on the season. They're 29-16. When the day started, they were a game out of first place behind the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League West. So if the Dodgers lost, then they will be tied for first in the division. Good game, says Wicked Quixotic. Thank you so much. I always appreciate you watching. Thank you to you. Thank you to the Outlander Show and to anybody else who was in the stream, in and out, but decided not to say anything. Your presence is still very much welcome. Hollywood Avengers, 10 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. Chicago Cubs, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. And winning pitcher is Stan Lee. Excelsior. Losing pitcher is Michael Feliz. And the save does go to Jeremy Renner for that 1-out save. Chadwick Boseman, 3 hits today, and he is your player of the game. The late, great Chadwick Boseman, Wakanda forever. So this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And if you're not interested in baseball, again, why would you be watching all the way to the 9th inning and beyond if you don't like baseball? But if you don't, there's plenty of other playlists to check out, not limited to Dungeons and Dragons, which is not a video game. I challenge you to check it out. It's very strange. If you've never seen Dungeons & Dragons before, it's a weird thing to watch. It's called tabletop role-playing, and it is the genesis, the granddaddy of all role-playing video games. Please check it out. Give it a chance. You might like it. In any event, the final here at Crosley Field, the Hollywood Avengers win 10-7. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, and I'll see you again soon. Take care of yourself.